Ever since I realized I don't fully know how to relax, I have now made it my personal mission to learn how to be a relaxed woman. Nicola Hobbs says in her book, Relaxed Woman, the definition of that is a relaxed woman who has untangled her sense of worth from her productivity. She can rest without guilt or anxiety. She trusts her intuition, honors her needs, and lives according to her deepest values. I'm very new here in this entrepreneurial space of being able to have ownership of my time. But when I tell you I am not interested in hustling by any means, I don't want to opt into that. I want to still grow my business. I want to grow my YouTube community. I want to finish grad school. I still want to do these things with ease. And I'm not saying that work doesn't have to be put in. I'm just simply saying that I don't want to exhaust myself on the journey to make the work happen. There's only so many more emails I can send in the day. I already send y'all an email a day. Sometimes. There's only so many YouTube videos that I'm going to upload in a day. I'm not uploading more than one. And I think just by the nature of how we've been taught to do things, I don't know many relaxed women in my life, like personally. My mom and them, they weren't relaxed. They were exhausted and quite literally burnt out. And I don't desire that for myself anymore. So I'm trying to figure out how can I still grow my business, grow my community, grow my desires and my mission while still making time for myself, making time to go on my bike rides, making time to go on my adventures, making time to spend with my family, making time to show up to events and things that matter. I remember in the beginning, I thought I had to be heads down. When I tried to launch a couple of those businesses I told y'all about, when I was trying to find 11 ways to make extra money, I cut off a lot of my social time. I cut off a lot of extracurricular activities, anything that didn't pertain to trying to grow this business or spending time on this business or ideating and thinking about the business. I cut it out. That was literally in hustle mode because I would go from my 9 to 5 back home I would go from 9 to 5, then go home and spend 5 to 9 trying to work on a business and grow something. And at the time I was holistic health coaching. So I took a couple clients, I was hormonal health coaching, PCOS, all of that good jazz, right? And I was in school at the time to become a nutritional therapy practitioner. So I ended up pivoting because I got diagnosed with breast cancer shortly after. But I started my world like that because that's what I saw other people do and that's what I thought I had to do. Now, just even seeing how I've been able to grow my options and make extra money, that hasn't even been a traditional way. So that, girl, not today, not today. Coming from me or you coming from the matcha, I don't even know. But that wasn't a traditional process. So it makes me think that I don't have to I don't have to hustle. I don't have to follow that blueprint. What if I just shot my shot and created my own blueprint in a way that still allowed me to be this relaxed woman, in a way where I still can show up for my community. I can still teach my cohorts every single week. I'm teaching over 40 women right now how to build their options and get visible on YouTube, right? And launch their YouTube channels. I can still show up and spend time with my dad by the water and go fishing. I can still do these things. I'm sorry, but I'm not in the space where I'm willing to sacrifice my needs and my necessities, quite literally, as a woman for the sake of a business. And hear me out. I understand a lot of people have gone that route. I get it, and I'm not diminishing it. I just don't think it's the route for me. My dad did that. And my dad, he paved a strong pathway for us in the beginning before he unfortunately lost his business. So I saw my dad working 6 days a week, 12-hour days, because we owned a bicycle shop. And summer season for bikes, that's the hot season. So my dad was always at work, always gone. But he made sure I didn't want for anything. And he provided for everything I needed until he hit his own wall and that couldn't happen anymore. And so I've had examples in my life, but I also realized what it cost them and what it took them, because now I'm grateful that we're able to make up on lost time now today because I have been home, right? Because I chose to move back home, because I've been able to spend time with my family and recover after breast cancer. And that's very big. That's very important to me. And so being in this space now where I'm just kind of unpacking, what does it look like to continue to pursue a level of success as a relaxed woman? What does it look like to still be able to show up and work well and still have time for the things and the people that matter to me? because I don't have an interest in hustling, y'all. I mean, quite, if I could be a little honest, we a little tired. Your millennial friends, them 35 plus, we tired. we've been doing a lot for a hot minute. And even though, come on, what is going on here with these bees, y'all? It's like, do they not realize I'm filming a video? Even though I have, hold on, y'all. Okay. I can't even edit that. I can't even make this up right now. I can't. Truly. Okay. I don't know what that is flying around, but I know I don't need it. I was thinking bee, but I don't think that's a bee. And now these bugs starting to get a little exotic out here. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, even though I am in this new space where these new things are happening, I still want to prioritize the things that matter to me. And I don't want to exhaust myself going from having worked my previous 9 to 5 to turning all this into a 9 to 9. There are some nights where I do work later, right? There are some evenings where I've taken coaching calls a little bit longer or back to back. This week is the perfect example. I know those moments and times are going to happen. The other day I was up at 4 a.m. working on launching Cohort 3 for Build Your First Options, which it is now open. So if you plan to join us, click the link in the description below. So all that to say, I get that there's going to be some sacrifices, and I get that it's not going to be, maybe this glamorous, consistent schedule in the beginning. And I am going to need to say yes a little bit more, right? And maybe be more flexible in certain areas of this journey. I just don't want to do all of this at the cost and the expense of my health, my well-being, and for the sake of a business. I don't know how else to say that, y'all. I want to be an ambitious woman who isn't always in a hurry. I was journaling today and just writing down my thoughts. I don't want to be running or chasing after the next thing. And this could be my cancer survivor perspective kicking in here. But what is it to sacrifice all that time right now like that when I don't have to do it that way? I just don't think I have to do it that way. I believe I can build my company. I believe I can build the channel. I believe I can build my community. I believe that I can finish being full-time in grad school just fine. Like, I can make the money. I can have these super big goals. And I still want to live my life. I still want to take little mini trips. I still want to explore Michigan and spend time by the water. I still want to be able to show up to my nephew's basketball game. I want to be able to see my mom at the farmer's market. I want to be able to take Cardi for her walks. I just don't think we have to sacrifice those. And I don't think it has to be either or. But maybe it depends on the type of business that you're building. And I think where I'm at right now with what I'm doing right now, I don't have to do it that way. I don't think those things cancel each other out. I'm not trying to be a less driven person. I'm not trying to work less or anything along those lines. I'm just trying to be in alignment with myself in the work and the things that I'm doing. And I read a comment on one of my videos recently, which for me, I appreciate other people's perspectives. I just see where sometimes their perspective is not my reality or the desire I want to take on, right? But I wanted to share part of what this comment had said. They basically just said from their experience as an author, business owner, and a YouTube influencer, they're convinced that the self-employed like me should be in hustle mode. To them, that means that I'm maximizing the time to establish and perfect my business, especially when you're a sole proprietor. Finding time for self-care and mental health breaks is important, but trying to make time for friends, family, and dating is just not the top priority. If you're living with family and not paying rent, you should be maximizing your business hours to get out on your own. When you are successful, you get to begin to figure out how to be sociable. But right now, you should be hustling hard to make that money and build your following. Godspeed. I appreciate their comment because I think it was in good faith of like sharing, especially because they shared, it sounds like, parts of their perspective and the things that they did right. I also realized there's parts of it that I don't subscribe to. I actually enjoy being home right now. I lived away for 6 years and I went through breast cancer. I don't need to rush to get out of my parents' house. It's actually a joy to finally be back home and be able to have this time together. I am making up and getting time back that I have not had in forever. And guess what? Because I'm living a little differently, I actually save differently. This is something that I've learned too. You can make a lot of money. It's not always about how much you make, it's about what you do with what you make. And because I've had this luxury of living in a different way and making a high 6 figures and then close to 6 figure within the couple jobs that I've had since I've been back home with my parents, my finances look different. So I think like I take things like that just with a grain of salt, but I'm always appreciative of people's perspectives and like what they did, because that's the beauty of sharing those sentiments and those comments. You can glean from some wisdom, you can decide what you want to take, and you can decide what you want to leave on the table, right? And I'm not going to be in hustle mode. What y'all want me posting 2 YouTube videos a day? I already post one every single day. I did 100 days straight, and I'm about to do another 100 days straight. Do you want me emailing you twice a day too, or 3 times a day? No, because y'all gonna unsubscribe. Like, I can't send you 2 emails a day. And I'm already making space to open my doors for the membership in the one-on-one coaching. So this is why it's so important to spend time learning who you are and what you need for yourself, what you're creating and what you're crafting. Because the same business that I'm creating was greatly different from the business my dad had in the way he had to physically be there and show up and be in person 6 days a week, 12-hour days, right? I get the beauty of being able to show up on the computer and do my work at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever that looks like, because 9 times out of 10, most of our coaching calls usually go over anyways. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I say coaching calls, I have a cohort community called Build Your First Options. We just launched Cohort 3, which I'm very excited. I have been able to now help over 40 ladies start their YouTube channels, start using their voice and creating and having the conversations that they want to be known for. And it has been the most beautiful journey that has unfolded into community, into cheering ladies on. They just finished their 15-day visibility challenge. And the intention of all of this isn't to be like a daily poster forever. It's to build the muscle enough to be able to say, hey, I'm a YouTuber. This is my thing. This is what I do. And this is how I show up. It's getting them in a place where it's expediting their journey to be monetized, because these ladies want to be monetized. Let's just call it what we want to call it. They want that as step 1. And then they want the funnel and the beauty of what YouTube can offer to them as step 2, like it has done for me in the past 9 months. Choosing to finally show up on God's green internet and share and talk and be vulnerable has led to my life being completely changed in these 9 months, y'all. It blows me away. And when I see other stories similar to this, different levels, different magnitudes, different capacities. I'm not on here to be an influencer, but knowing that I'm an average everyday woman and that this was possible for me shows me that it's possible for you and anyone else that's been wanting to finally start their YouTube channel. And what better way to do it with a community? You don't have to do it alone. You have a community of us cheering you on and helping you piece together the parts of you that want to be seen and want to be visible, but also learning how to pull your stories, pull your life apart in a way where it provides value to other people. And you actually get the space to make this your own Netflix documentary. I mean, look at my background today. I think it is very fun. So yeah, that's been the work that I've been doing. And if you are ready, I extend the invitation to you. Click the link in the description below to join Cohort 3. We start September 1st, and this will be the final cohort at $297, because after Cohort 3, we are making some changes. So I hope you're on my email list. I hope you're in my email community so we can stay in contact with each other. And yeah, if you're desiring to be a relaxed woman, I say make it happen. Figure out what a relaxed woman looks like for you, what it means to you, and go for it. because I'm bringing y'all along this journey as I'm unpacking that and figuring it out for myself in real time. But nonetheless, I just know that it's the direction that I want my soul to go, my heart to go. I don't even want a traditional business. I want to see that I can create a business that sustains me, that makes me money, that allows me to help people, and still give me my time back. You know, that's the intention of this in the first place. And quite frankly, as a woman that survived something major, and you may be able to relate to this, you realize the value of time. You realize the value of your time. So you use it differently. All right, y'all. Until the next video, I hope you take care and enjoy your journey to becoming a relaxed woman. If you're ready for Cohort 3, meet me in the link and I'll meet you in the room. Talk to you later.